3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Kewlcast podcast. I am your kind of host for the week, Travis, aka T-Man Kewl, joined by my co-host.
Hello, David.
Hi, David.
Hi, Travis.
Yeah, we got a duo episode this week, boys.
Yeah, we're red.
We are the red. We are communism.
Oh, I didn't even think about it from that angle.
Mm-hmm. Red-blooded communism.
Commies.
But yeah, David, how has your week been?
I'm glad you asked me that, Gerald.
Who the f*** is Gerald?
It's just the first, news report name I could think of. Jerry, Gerald, whatever. Anyways, it's been good. It's been a good week. I know last weekend I don't know if I talked about this. Was this last weekend or the weekend before? Played pickleball for the first time. Did I already talk about that on the podcast?
Yes, I think you did touch on that last weekend.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I think I mentioned I was going to play pickleball.
Oh, yeah.
And then, because we filmed it Saturday, and then Sunday I actually went and played pickleball. Man, I feel this week went by so slow that I'm stopping to think about it. Last week went by so slow. It felt like forever.
Yeah, true. It doesn't help with my mind at the moment with how late we are to recording this.
Yes.
We are to recording this one.
Yeah, we are very late. Yeah, I totally forgot about it yesterday. Not doing it Saturday threw me off, and I just went out to go fishing with my brother, and I was just like, oh yeah, I got home at 11 or 12 a.m. Not 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. And I was like, I checked the Discord, and Preston was like, hey, are we doing the podcast? Oh yeah. Oh, see, no.
No, the thing was, the reason I never even responded was because I didn't really see it. I mentally wrote off yesterday and today because you had said you didn't think you were going to be available. So I was like, okay, it's going to be a few days. I'm not going to worry about it. And then come to find out you guys were wanting to do it last night. You just never responded. But Preston couldn't anyway, so...
Yeah, no, I wasn't willing to do it last night. I just totally forgot about it.
Oh, okay.
So...
See, I just kind of skimmed that conversation and immediately felt bad, uh-oh.
No, that's all good. I guess I meant, I could have said, hey, no, I'm doing something or whatnot. I just, like I said, I didn't even see it until after I got home. So, because we left pretty early. We were out there for a couple hours. But, no, yeah, I learned how to play pickleball. My friend took me out. Apparently out in your city, they have a really nice, free community center. Totally free. It has, a bunch of tennis courts. Proper tennis courts, too. And within some of the tennis courts, they have the lines for pickleball because it's the same, even though it's smaller and it has a different layout. You could still it uses the same net and width. So I picked it up pretty fast, which my friend was saying he was kind of happy because he didn't want to be I get there and I just suck at the game. And so, it's kind of boring for both of us. But no, I was able to somewhat keep up. Obviously, he has much more practice than I do. So, he was kicking my butt. But I was able to get him off guard a couple times, especially when he would hit it really close, just past the net. I could run up, let it bounce once, and somehow, put my paddle right underneath the ball and, manage to whack it over the net. Sometimes I was even shocked that it went over the net and over to his side.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, yeah, it's actually insanely fun, and I woke up so sore the next day because it uses muscles I haven't used for a long time.
That is a great feeling, I gotta be honest.
It is. It is a good feeling. It really is.
When you, because I always try to set up a workout routine or start doing something active, and then it falls through for a while. So then when I end up starting it again, that first day of being sore, yeah, it's painful. You're sore, but it's such a satisfying kind of yeah, I did shit. I did shit yesterday.
I totally agree with that. Calluses and soreness. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it was pretty. It's the muscles that you use when you're squatting or sitting up and sitting down.
Yeah.
right below your butt, on your legs. Because the sport requires a whole lot of like crouching and holding your paddle out, and like crouching or standing up, like raising or lowering in order to like accommodate for the ball. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that made me sore. I told him. That's funny because when I saw him at the church thing that we both go to, I said, yeah, man, my butt's sore. And someone heard me out of context and just looked at me, and I was like, no, man, the muscles under. And he's like, it's like, we played a sport and it made me sore. Oh, okay. It's like one of those. I kept digging a hole for myself, and it was funny. Had a good giggle about that. Sorry, Quagmire possessed me. No. Gig.
Yes, my church friend in this sacred space, my asshole is sore right now, brother.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't blame him because the way like I put it, because even my friend kind of looked at me, and I just said my butt's sore from Sunday, from what we did Sunday.
No,
and I said it so like
pickle
deaf.
being in there too potentially.
No, I didn't say that. I was so oblivious to how I said it, and it didn't take me till like another friend in our little group looked at me like stopped what he was doing, looked at me like, what? Like, what did I walk in on? And I was just like, no, we played pickleball and, you know, the workout. He's like, oh, okay, man. But that was a good giggle. I thought that was funny. It's insanely fun. You totally different from tennis, the rule set. You have a different paddle.
Well, I'd imagine like it's a little different when you're kind of like, it's not a ball, it's kind of like a wet, sloppy pickle. You're kind of slapping back and forth across the net.
I was wondering where you were going with that. But, it's just, like I said, it's a smaller court. You have 2 boxes on each side, and then right up to the net, right adjacent to the net, is like a rectangle.
Like cardboard boxes?
Yeah. No. But the rectangle is referred to as the kitchen, and the kitchen is only relevant. The kitchen is only relevant for those who are serving. When whoever's serving has to stand outside the box to their right? And at the very far corner, the person that the adjacent opponents or the opponents can stand wherever in the box. But the person serving has to stand outside on their box. And when they hit it, they have to hit it and bounce it at least one time in the box diagonally from them over the net, past the kitchen. If it hits the kitchen, then that counts as out of bounds. You know what I mean? So you have to hit it in the person, whatever, diagonally from you. And then if you manage to hit it and bounce it into their thing, then the game kind of begins. That's the pseudo start for the actual game. So then you let it bounce once in your court, and then you bounce it back. And then, unlike tennis, you don't have to wait for it to bounce once in your thing. If they hit it and it's in air, you can just spike it directly. Kind of like volleyball, you can just spike it directly over the net into their territory. So it gets pretty heated at times because sometimes you're just whacking it back and forth towards each other. Like a kind of like, you know. Yeah, don't say like that, bro.
You're talking about whacking things back and forth, bro.
I know.
Like you're in too deep now. And it's a pickle, you say? A big wet sloppy pickle?
Oh my goodness, no. No, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. No, the device that you hit back and forth is actually a ball, but it's not a tennis ball. You know those like plastic softballs that you buy for like little kid games with the holes in them? They're whistle balls.
Oh, yeah.
When you hit them, if you hit them really hard, they make a whistle. That's the kind of ball you use. So
that's
not
actually
only
what I was imagining, unironically, not outside of the pickle. That is kind of what I was imagining. Yeah. So I'm surprised.
I always thought, no, yeah, you're totally correct on that. I was really wrong before I got up to the court that day, because I always imagined pickleball being played with something akin to a badminton. And I quite like badminton,
my second guess.
You know. Yeah. So for him to like pull one out of his pocket, I was like, oh, that's the kind of ball we're using. So they don't bounce very far, if you know that.
Yeah.
If you're aware of that. So it takes a lot more finesse than you think it would to bounce it accurately into the other person's like corner.
Yeah, I don't recall
especially when
those things
serving.
bouncing at all. Though, yeah, those were hard to bounce.
Because the problem was I was pretty accurate with where I was hitting it, but the problem was like giving it enough power. So it's like if I got it over the net, it would hit the kitchen, and if I gave it too much power, then just whacking something really hard, it goes flying off in whatever direction. And so at that point, I opted just to like underpower it and just give the point to him, then go running after a ball that I fouled.
Yeah.
So, but it was insanely fun. On the way back, stopped and picked up a Gatorade. Felt good to like be so exhausted that you have to like buy something to get some water into you. Yeah, that's such a good feeling, especially
you gotta call up Pinkman from down the street, get a bag of that
get like
good
meth.
Blue Sky.
Get meth.
Well, I was gonna be a little nuanced and subtle with it.
Get messed up, bro. It's messing time. I could go so far with that. Anyways, but I won't. Besides that, just and enjoyable. It was enjoyable, but just the rigmarole week. I know one of my family members got sick, so that kind of put a little hamper in some of our plans. So it kind of ended up becoming a lazy week, which can't complain. I enjoyed it. And then, like I said, last night I went out fishing with my brother. Got to give another spin to my new cast net, which I am loving. Was catching kind of diddly squat for the first part, but then I started fishing in like the boat ramp part itself, where like the boats actually go into the water. And I started catching quite a lot of like smaller pinfish and I don't know what kind of minnows, of different type of minnow. So that was real fun. Like I said, caught a small catfish. That was the only thing I caught. My brother almost reeled up a big blue crab, but that got off the end. And at one point, I caught a blue crab with my cast net, and I have a phobia of crabs, so some old guy that I just met had to help me get him out. But besides that was my week. Pretty good.
See, I was happy for you on the cast net thing until, what was it, Friday night? When you drove to my house in full pirate garb and you started throwing it at my windows. Just saying like pirate terms like "yar." Where's the whaleys at?
Well, I wanted to see your booty.
You said "where's the booty" a few times. And it was funny the first few times, but I was about sick of it by the time 3 a.m. rolled around and you were still out there.
The problem was your windows are a lot more durable than I thought they were.
Yeah, I did
get
them replaced recently.
They just would not shatter. So it's like, at some point in my mind, I was like, okay, this is getting a little old. When's the windows going to shatter and I can like pillage and burn his house down? But like, they just would not break, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, recently I found it was a lot cheaper to just turn my home into an impenetrable bunker than to pay taxes. So,
but see, I found it was a lot easier to upgrade myself into an unstoppable object.
Ah. See, but we kind of found out who won there, didn't we?
Yeah.
So anyway, this week has been...
How about you? How's your week been? I have to ask you first. Don't go talking about it. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
As usual, not a lot going on. I did get to hang out with my dad Sunday. We ate some Whataburger. Talked about movies for a good while. He gave me some recommendations that I gotta watch.
Your dad? Movies?
Yeah. What? What? You think my dad's never watched movies?
No, I just don't see him being that all into movies coming out.
Not recently. Like coming out. I'm the one who has to drag him to a lot of movies. But
that's what I kind of assumed. It's like him recommending you movies?
Yeah, we were talking about some kind of older stuff I haven't seen before.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because he was referencing a movie as he was speaking. I was like, oh, I've never seen that. He was like, you haven't seen that? And he was like going
average
crazy.
Go on.
We were sitting in the car talking about that for like 30 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I got to hang out with him. I did a good bit of gaming this week. I got my 6th platinum.
Good stuff. Far Cry 5.
No, not Far Cry.
What game?
Far Cry. I'm kind of working on Far Cry 5 and 6, but they require some co-op trophies, so I'm waiting on another friend to be available to help out. But it was The Last of Us Part 1, the remaster, because recently, they announced it during the PlayStation State of Play, which I have to say was pretty ass. Yeah, this was the only standout, was the fact that on September 26th, which is, fun fact, The Last of Us Day, because that's in-universe, the day that the outbreak starts. Anyway, they made the Part 1 remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it. They made it free for PlayStation Plus Extra. And a really good remaster. But with how many times I've played The Last of Us over the years, it was never going to be something I would buy. So getting it for free was kind of perfect for me. Or quote-unquote free with my subscription service that I pay for, blah, blah.
Yeah, but significantly cheaper and like not committed to that specific game.
But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
it was a really fun platinum. Less than 30 hours. I think it was around 27 hours when I got that platinum. It was really easy because it's a way easier trophy list than the first, like the original game was, because the original game had like trophies for the online mode and then trophies for completing the higher difficulties, which I'm not a fan of higher difficulties in games. I'm a little weird. But yeah, it was just a really fun, laid-back platinum. And the big thing about it was it really made me appreciate that story on some new levels that I never have before. So it was actually like one of the few times going for a platinum has made my perspective on the game 10 times better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Any Last of Us fans who have PlayStation Plus Extra, go play the remake. Very good remake.
Yeah, we're Sony shills now.
The 100%. Sony, please. Give me free Spider-Man 2 copy, please.
Yeah. Two things to say is that, one, single player games that like have an online feature, but like the trophies require you to play online for a single player game. That's so doggy doo-doo, bro. Like nobody's like you can't, like, especially with games that like are not popular, and you're not gonna find a single soul who plays that game, and they're like, beat your first or beat a match against an opponent, like online opponent. Like, bro, no, I'm probably the only person that ever bought this game, it feels like, and it's like, because I remember I was going for a trophy run for this really obscure, I don't know how obscure it is, but it felt pretty obscure at the time, like Grand Ages Medieval for the PS4, and I was like, it was the only thing that I could play that was akin to Civilization on console. So I used to play the heck out of it, and I was going for a platinum, but like 5 of the trophies were online related, and I'm thinking, who am I gonna find that actually owns this game, bro? And it's like, I'm certainly not gonna convince any of my friends to go out and buy this game.
Yeah.
So that sucked. And just hearing that Far Cry 5 and 6 have co-op required trophies.
Yeah,
Doopy.
it's kind of mid. I'm not the biggest fan of those either. However, I'll say Far Cry 6 has like 1 trophy, and it's super easy. Even then, it's still annoying that you have to go out of your way to get another friend. But,
very annoying.
Yeah, because like there's, I think it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's a game that I really want to 100% and go back and get the platinum on. But it also had like a really obscure online mode that nobody played, and like a third of the trophies are for that mode.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
I think it's like infamously one of the most annoying platinums to get in a lot of trophy hunting spaces because of that. You have to go out of your way and find people who are still like boosting and botting the fucking game. And then
Yeah,
knowing
no, that's
Ubisoft, the servers are probably going to get shut down in another year or two, so good luck ever getting that platinum, boys.
Yippee. Yippee. And then the second part I was going to say, achievement hunting, making you appreciate a game. I know a lot of my map games, it does that. Because the whole idea of map games is like role-playing and kind of role-playing your own like what-if scenarios, especially with like history and stuff like that, especially a lot of paradox grand strategy games. But going for specific trophies makes you interact with more in-game mechanics. It forces you to learn in-game mechanics that you didn't know were in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then fully appreciate them and the systems at play. Like, trying to conquer Scotland and England as Ireland. It's like, that's really challenging, and you have to really pull some tricks out your sleeve in order to pull that off. But it's like super satisfying to get that achievement, and it just made me appreciate that game that much more.
I'm a fiend for trophy hunting now. Like, I'm almost gaming solely to trophy hunt in most of my gaming nowadays.
Yeah. I'll see you playing a game that I haven't seen you play a whole lot before, and then like, oh yeah, I got platinum on that. Like Death Stranding, was it you got platinum for?
No, I haven't got it. It was Days Gone. I recently got the
Days Gone.
I'm working on Death Stranding at the moment.
I see.
It's just got some really annoying, or not annoying, just really long-term kind of. That whole game is like just long-term.
Patience.
So, yeah.
Patience.
Patience.
Oh man.
But no, see, because trophy hunting is about, I won't say it's directly a 50-50, but it's almost a 50-50 on, I'm either going to hate this game a lot by the time I get this platinum, or I'm going to like it a lot more because of the platinum. I'll say Saints Row 3 was never one of my favorite games of all time, but it always had a soft spot in my heart. Trying to get that platinum, genuinely one of my least favorite Saints Row games after that platinum.
Darn.
I don't think I could ever go back and just casually enjoy a playthrough.
That's fair. You did the work, bro.
Although it does
put it into hours.
The Saints Row 3 remaster does have a PlayStation 5 upgrade for free that's been tempting me lately, but no. Absolutely not.
I would download it just to see like what it has to offer. I know that was a big thing on Elder Scrolls Online, was called sticker book collecting or whatever. Because even though they didn't have trophies associated with Steam, and they do have trophies associated with console, but you can imagine a purely online game, MMO game nonetheless, like trophies associated with a game like that. But in the game itself, they have like achievements and milestones and stuff, like, you know, catching all the fish for this zone, or beating all the bosses or dungeons, and getting this armor set, this and that. That was a big thing. You'd have communities kind of surrounded by that, or there's a lot of end game stuff, like you'd kind of finish everything and then you just see people like fishing, you know, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just filling out my sticker book. That's what the term was. Yeah. So I kind of gave some end game stuff to do, or things to do when you were bored, or like a chance to explore other stuff that you may not have explored, like, you know, furnishing houses, pets, armor sets, crafting, etc. Yeah, it was really nice. All self-contained in the game. So, and with each new zone, of course, it adds new sticker books for the zone.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah.
Sticker books.
But sticker books, those are kind of fun, kind of filling out passively, seeing milestones and stuff you completed.
Yeah, man, it's something about...
I've never...
Something about the PlayStation trophy system that has me hooked, because I've tried to like go for Steam 100% achievements.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same. Something about like, oh, I got that platinum. I got that platinum trophy, baby.
No, I totally agree with that sentiment, because I've even seen, like, because my mom has an Xbox, so it's like I've even seen how the trophies feel on Xbox. They make it feel much more like tactical, like, oh, you're just filling it out, you got an achievement, good job. On PlayStation, it's like, you got a trophy, bro.
Yeah.
This is a trophy. This is silver. Bro, this is gold trophy. You got platinum, like you said. Like, that feels so satisfying on the PlayStation.
I will say, I do respect the 360 Xbox achievements. Because those were iconic back in the day. Like, all the memes you'd see. Like, achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Also, I quite like that PlayStation does an automatic, like, screen record.
Yeah.
And a screenshot when you get the, and you can always go back and, like, see the moment or just, like, get a little snippet of some random conversation you and I will be having.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I was never one to go for trophies. Like, I would go for them passively, and like I said, for the map games, it gave, like, an external goal for you to, like, interact with the game. But besides that, I was never gung-ho about it until, like, you started getting, like, you got platinum for Cyberpunk, and then you were talking about, like, trying to go platinum for some other games. So I was like, you make it sound so much fun, and I've yet to get a platinum since you started your platinum journey.
No,
I know, I got pretty good. Look on.
I wanted to get a platinum for years. I'd say it's been several years since I, like, really looked into the trophies and started to understand, like, what they even were. It's like, oh, I'm like one of the only people on my friends list who doesn't have a single platinum. And so for years, I was always like, oh, maybe I should try and go for the platinum here. And then for a long time, I was locked in, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 has to be my first platinum. And I swear to you, I cannot platinum that game. I have given up that battle. I will not be able to platinum. Fuck whoever made the gambler challenges in that game.
Oh,
seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck the gambler challenges.
I forgot. You told me about that.
And then knowing I have, like, 3 entire collectible lines to do after I'm done with the gambler challenges. And not just collectibles, I have to hunt specific animals. I have to sit around and wait for these animals, these super rare animals, to spawn. It is... I love Red Dead Redemption 2 with all of my heart, but that platinum will kill me if I try to go for it.
That does suck.
I'll even still to this day load up the game and try to do that, because I'm stuck on a gambler challenge, the second to last one, where you have to win 3 dominoes games in a row. Have you ever played dominoes?
Yeah.
Dominoes, I'm sorry, is one of the least fun fucking tabletop gambling games. Maybe it's just this experience that has ruined it for me.
It could be, because
Dominoes
is quite fun, but like, yeah.
I could see maybe in person, yeah. But in winning 3 in a row, like, it's such a long game, Dominoes is. It is frustratingly long. And to know I have to win 3 entire games, because there's 3 fucking rounds within a no, not even. It's as many rounds as it fucking takes to get to a certain level of points. So those games can go on forever. And knowing that I have to... Oh, I hate that challenge.
What was that, like, weird card game or bone game or whatever, dice game in Valhalla? I forget the name of that game. That's kind of fun.
I actually haven't played that yet, Valhalla.
Oh, okay. Really?
Isn't it just a version of dice or die?
Yeah, it is, but it has like its own unique like Norse spin on it. Like you have patrons and whatnot, and abilities that you could do in the dice game. Really, it's in the tutorial. Oh, I guess it was an optional thing. Like when you're in the first like Norse village, the old lady or whoever it is like, Ivor, come play with us, and you sit down and play with them.
I never got that. I got the lady screaming at me to go do the drinking mini game.
Yeah, that's another minigame. That's pretty fun. I like that.
It was okay.
But you talking about gambling just reminded me of like the weird gambling game that they put in that game.
I know it's very straightforward and almost not a mini game, but I really love the listing matches. Those are really fun to me in Valhalla. Like I said, I made the joke to you the other day that I can't believe the Vikings invented rap battles.
No, yeah. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 actually is what made me realize that like Domino's themselves had a game associated with them. I've always known that like people say, "Oh yeah, I played Domino's and blah 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 this, blah blah that," but like I've never been able to conceptualize it until I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and I remember enjoying it. But yeah, I couldn't imagine like sitting down and slogging through 3 games in a row, bro. Nah.
Cause I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna finally do it today, or I'm gonna give it a good shot. And then it'll be like 30 minutes later and I'm still on game 1. And I'm just like, dude.
Dude, remember it taking like, what was it, an hour for us to play checkers?
See, even that wasn't that bad, because that was fun.
that was actually insanely fun.
But sitting there by myself, just watching these Domino's animations that are painfully slow. Oh my god. And that's not even the notoriously awful one. Like, I go searching for help, like, are there any methods to this? And I always get there's a challenge before it where you have to get I think a 6-card blackjack or something. You have to get, like, a ridiculously lucky blackjack. And even that wasn't that bad to me, just because I actually really like blackjack.
Yeah. Good game. Speaking of like card games, for the first time was the other night, I sat down and gave like the card table in GTA Online because I decided I installed it so that way you and I could play, but I was like, I'm just gonna kind of get on, just see my garage and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the gambling thing and like play some card games and see what card games they have, because like before that, the only card game I would kind of like see in there was or even recognize was just a blackjack table. So I was like, I'm gonna go see what other card games they have now that I'm kind of more familiar with how poker and like different forms of poker work. So I played the three-hand poker for the first time, and that was pretty fun.
Oh, word!
It's actually really fun. Yeah. I don't know.
I love GTA Online's casino because I can go in and like gamble without having to actually go gamble.
Yeah, it's like I can play cards. Where we're going?
Yeah. GTA Online, I will say, that casino, pretty good addition, pretty good feature.
It is pretty
I actually
fun.
hear a lot of people talk about that, like, yo, I can gamble without gambling. It's a very good version of that.
Oh, yeah. I know, for crafts and giggles, I went and just rolled 2 on that diamond thing, so I remember that last time I did for crafts and giggles, I won, like, what was it, 600,000 tokens or something. And I still have like 560,000 tokens.
I got so mad at one point because I think it was like might have been closer to no, it was a couple years ago now. But when me, Preston, and Spencer were playing GTA Online a lot on PC, my whole bit with that account was every chance I'd get. Every moment I was left alone, I would go to the casino and gamble away as much money as I could. So there'd be like these funny moments in VC where Spencer would be like, hey, where's Travis? Oh no. But anyway, it would always piss me off so much because Spencer would come in there looking for me and just, like you said, for shits and giggles, roll a slot machine and immediately hit the jackpot.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
It pissed me off so much.
It's the meme of the like young guy mining towards the diamonds and the old guy giving up. Oh my goodness.
I love how that's a meme to where like that flashes in your mind anytime you think of stopping, because it's so fucking true. That image has had severe consequences on gamblers across the world, dude.
No. I tell you what, it flashes in my mind. I just never want to say it. It flashes in my mind when I'm fishing.
Yep, like, I saw that. I saw a fishing version of me.
I think, yeah. But, no, yeah, just... It shows you, all right, I'm not catching anything. Time to go. And it shows him really, like, putting his line up. And he's turning around. And the image flashes. And he goes, all right. And he throws it back out. Yeah, dude. Boomers, I don't think, intended for that image to have this profound of an impact in this direction. It always makes me laugh because of how boomer of a post that is, and like
it's
totally
like
different
the
meaning.
Boomer comic art style, bro.
Yeah, no, but like the fact that it had such an entirely different meaning and just how like corrupted or backwards the idea from the original intention was. It's like, bro,
yeah,
don't
because
give
it's trying
up.
to say
You're
like don't
one
give
more,
up in life, but everyone's like don't give up in gambling.
give up on gambling. It's like just one more, dude. You're just like every gambler quits right before winning $1 gazillion, bro.
Exactly.
Oh,
David, we should go to casino. Make it a Kewlcast special.
No, I actually got physically sad when we were playing for the first time at my grandma's house. Proper poker was like chips and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we were doing pretty good and blah, blah, blah. And then it made me sad. It's like, darn, at a certain point, you lose all your chips. And it's like, you want to keep playing so bad that you're like, I'm not saying like you're gambling or whatnot, but like if you lose all, because some of my family was losing their chips and they'd be like, you know, asking for more chips and stuff like that. But it made me like realize a scenario where it's like, you want to play so bad, you're just like, well, I'll throw in this as like payment. And then before you know it, you're throwing in your house and stuff. It just made me sad just when I realized that. And I was like, dang, I don't even want to play no more.
Like how it gets you.
I don't know. It maybe, yeah, it made me so sad.
No, yeah, I don't think I, holy shit. I don't know if I'm picking that up.
It is.
I'm telling you,
That doesn't even sound like dogs over the mic. That sounds
fucking
so
huskies, dude.
horrifying. It just sounds like, but like,
dude, I could never own a husky. I'd shoot that thing day one.
I didn't know that was a problem with all huskies. I never hear anybody complain about those huskies.
Dude, have you ever seen, like, I saw a video the other day on Instagram of, like, this person who owned, like, 9 huskies, and they were recording, like, all of them fucking howling, and it sounded so awful, bro. Because as a kid, I was like, dude, huskies are so pretty. They look like such good dogs. And then I live next to these fucking people.
I feel like that could be any dog, though. It's the equivalency of just annoying barking.
No, yeah, because barking is one thing, but it's the howl that these huskies fucking do.
I see.
That's why I make the skinwalker joke so often around here, because they genuinely sound like fucking skinwalkers.
It does sound horrifying. It's like I can hear the, but it has just enough digital twang to it to make it sound like uncanny. There's Susan Mike. That's why my dad would never own a bird. He got, like, I think my mom or somebody that he knew owned a parakeet or something, and he just said he got so tired of every time he would call that person, he would just hear that thing nonstop squawking in the background. No. And it just made him so upset that he was just like, he's never gonna get a bird.
My dad had a bird when I was a kid. I forgot about this.
Really?
He was named Bird. He was a green parrot with one leg.
I love your dad.
I don't know if it was my dad's or if it was like one of my uncles was like, hey, can you watch this for a while? And it ended up like being his or some weird situation. I don't know. I just remember we had a green parrot with one leg named Bird.
Bird.
I think, Travis. Unless I'm misremembering his name or something. I know we had the parrot.
What's the word?
Bird.
Bird's the word.
A bird.
I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I'm the biggest bird. I hated that meme so much that it actually became funny.
Dude, it's only funny to me because every time I think of that, I hear you singing it.
Exactly. It's like, it was one of those, I hated it and I would say it out of spite, and it unironically became something I would start saying.
We call that irony poisoning, baby.
Exactly, irony. That's why I refuse to say certain slang words now that I know even Preston has gone off the deep end with. That I don't even reference what they are because I don't want them. I don't want to.
Are we talking skibbity here?
Yeah. Those two. Oh my goodness, the voice cracks tonight. Those terms.
I noticed, you know the term brain rot?
Yeah.
That's gotten like reverse irony poisoning, where like all the kind of boomers, not boomers, because I'd say I'm almost one of them with this newest wave of slang that's come out. But like I saw a Facebook post, I think it was today, of it was like a whiteboard in a classroom, and it was a list of all those like Riz, Skibbity Toilet, like banned words was the label. And brain rot was on there. So I was like, hey, wait a minute. Isn't brain rot just kind of like a descriptor word of all of these?
Yeah.
Like, I use brain rot to say like, okay, that's some dumbass, stupid new slang.
Yeah, and brain rot's not even well, it's a new term, but it's not a new concept.
No, yeah. But the way it's used kind of with this new wave.
It's new.
Like, I don't know. So has that gotten like reverse? Like,
yeah, I think it's become a slang in of itself. That's so brain rot, S word, like Riz.
So can you say brain rot is brain rotted?
Yeah.
That is fucking wild.
Yeah, I see what you're getting at now, and yes, the answer to your question is yes, it has been reversed.
We live in some scary times.
Yeah. Cause I see crap from my time, and I'm like, that is some serious brain rot. Like just the weird crap. And it's like just the fact that it's been getting worse and worse.
Like I feel like us, the generation who grew up with fucking shit like Gangnam Style and What Does the Fox Say, I feel like we don't have a lot of room to speak. Because even as a kid, I hated that shit.
I hate it. Dude, Hump Day and What Does the Fox Say were the bane of my existence when I was younger. I hated Hump Day so much, like just walking to school, and it'd be early in the morning, teachers like, today's Hump Day, and all the kids were like, ooh.
No, the saddest part was that first commercial that like with the camel saying fucking Hump Day that kind of popularized it. I found that really funny. I was like, okay, that's really funny. And then it got like you said, you go to school and everyone's like Hump Day.
Or 1738. Oh,
that's still stuck in my fucking brain, dude.
It's like I can get the joke, but like I got so tired of like the wannabe like gangsters. 1738. That's so 1738 for real. Kind of like that's how they would talk, bro. It's just it made me so upset.
That's so 1738 for
But I'm serious.
I know. That's why it's so funny.
Very upsetting. So, Gangnam Style was like dude, another bane of my existence was watch me whip, now watch me nay, now watch me whip, now watch me nay. Or
it's making me feel old. I remember when editor cut out. I remember when my nephew was really little, the oldest nephew. He was into the whip and nay shit, bro. My mom would play it for him on the TV. And I swear, I remember just that day, I was like, I'm never becoming a father.
Watch me whip. Now watch me nay.
I am never having children.
Whip. Now watch me nay. Oh my goodness. Cringe. Like, there's a certain
I didn't mean that last
like,
part. I'm sorry to all my kids out there. I love y'all. Anyway, go on.
It's like, I can understand the element of, like, shared enjoyment and cultural relevance. Like, we have memes for a reason. Even I recite memes. It's just to the extent that there was just a level of cringe. Or, dude, at our high school, of just, like, people would genuinely get upset at you if you didn't, like, throw back the whoa or whatever it was called.
Oh, my.
Like, you'd have some girl walk up to you and, like, they would do that hand gesture, and you would kind of like, try to play along, like, actually be happy. And they're like, you did it wrong. Who cares? Who cares? Oh, that was so
I had
upsetting.
something I wanted to say. It was on the tip of my tongue. Fuck. God damn it.
What is it with me wanting to get our episode demonetized? How would you even indistinguish that from things like silly bands or Beyblades or fidget spinners? Like, there's certain trends that you just know are cringe, and certain ones that are like actually enjoyable. And I don't know if that's just a personal level, or if that's a boomer sense. Because even back then, I hated like certain levels of cringe. You know what I mean? Not to say like I'm above everybody, just there were certain elements where things felt different.
Well, I mean,
like,
the things you just mentioned are like real, tangible, like cool items. So that's like silly bands, Beyblades, fidget spinners. I was into all of those things when they were like first like hot. Yeah, those were fun, tangible objects. Like that, those are like a source of pure nostalgia. Like, yeah, you had the cringe, like fucking fidget spinner kids. That was a cringy era, but those things were cool when they came out. Like, I'm sorry, they were kind of cool.
They were. Like going to school and seeing what like cool fidget spinner your friend picked up from some random gas station somewhere.
It's like a collectible item.
One of the coolest fidget spinners I'd ever seen that I got for my birthday was from a Japanese buffet. This is a dragon eye like metal one I have. I showed you, remember? And like dragon wings. Dude, so cool.
I was at my sister's house, and like we were hanging out. It was like her birthday or something. I don't know. And my dad went up to like the gas station to get something, and he came back and he was like, "Yo, you like these fidget spinners, right? They had a really cool looking one up there." And he just hands it to me, and it's this dope like blue metal fidget spinner. Like, oh my
man,
that was like the coolest one I ever had. I know those are like probably the most controversial one. Those were like the cringiest item we've listed. Like so many people were making fun of that shit immediately.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry, those were fun.
Those were fun.
Those were really fun.
It's insanely enjoyable. I remember the coolest moment I had with the fidget spinner was it was on accident too. My friend was like, we were like before class had started in middle school. He was like spinning it, you know what I mean? And I think I had given him my fidget spinner for him to play with, and he was just spinning on his finger. And then like the bell rang, so we're all about to go to our seats. He's like, "Here you go, man." And he tosses it to me, and I grab it just right, and it's still spinning.
Yeah.
And we both stopped and looked at each other, like, had that moment of like, yeah, man, that was cool what we just did. That was so cool.
I don't want to dox his name on the podcast, but you know him, Truck, who gave us a ride home from time to time in high school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
me and him went way back, like first grade. So we went to middle school together, and I remember we were both like, the kind of the hipster kids who were kind of into fidget spinners before they were like super big.
Yeah.
So I remember us like coming to school every day, showing each other the new ones we found.
That's pretty cool.
And like I remember one time we couldn't find any. Like it was like right at the start, and we finally he texted me out of the blue. No, he did call me. Like and it was rare for him.
Big deal.
He called me and he was like, "Dude, they're at Walgreens. Me and my mom just found some at Walgreens." Yeah. And I was like, I immediately hung up. I was like, "Dad, we're going to Walgreens right now."
Dad is a second spinner. That's awesome though. I love stuff like that. Oh man.
And then Beyblades. I think I was too young to get into Beyblades. I got a few, but I wasn't like super into them, unfortunately.
That does suck. They were so much fun, and collecting them, and like, no way you got this ultra rare, because like there would be rarities of like ones you'd find in the store, and so it'd be like genuinely exciting to see a really good one, and they would kind of have these different like mechanics and stuff. And I'm a really, like, as we were talking the other day, like I enjoy putting stuff together, and being able to take apart your Beyblade and like reassemble different parts and stuff like that to make your own custom Beyblade, and like have strategies go into it was insanely fun. Like bringing to show and tell your little Beyblade arenas and like having Beyblade fights in the field was, oh man, it's a pure nostalgia. Or playing at your friend's house and like seeing how, like, just the sheer, like, half the fun with playing with Beyblades was just seeing how high you could launch them from. Like, we'd be standing on top of like really tall crap, just launching them into the arena and watching them. Like, sometimes they would work and it'd be really cool. Sometimes it'd just bounce out and go like flailing somewhere. They were fun. Bakugans was another one that I was really into. I loved Bakugans. Matter of fact, I found one the other day, kind of floating around, and put it up with my other toys.
I guess,
man,
I guess working backwards here, the silly bands, bro.
Yeah.
The currency and the power, like, dynamics those things would create was crazy. Like, you always had that one kid who had, like, 43 on his arm, and everyone was his friend.
Dude, I remember being so upset at my parents because they were like, whatever you do, don't do that. And I was like, because that's going to cut off blood circulation to your arm. And I was like, they don't know what they're talking about. It made me so upset because, like, that was, like you said, the coolest kids were the ones at the table with, like, an entire sleeve of sleeve bands. You remember when they started coming out with, like,
you'd have people who would, like, hand them out to everyone but you.
Yeah.
And then now you'd have beef with them. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Man, those things were crazy.
or like trading them, like a kid showing up like, hey bro, I just found this pack at like insert store, like look at these, and he would pull them out like someone unboxing a modern day loot box. And then you would like immediately have everybody at the table fiending to like trade for this specific one. and then you had like the tie-dye ones, the glow in the dark ones,
had like silly
like,
band auctions going on in the middle of science class, bro.
Oh man, you remember when they started coming out with the silly rings? Those are my favorite.
The silly rings,
they're so small.
Oh yeah.
That's one of those miniatures is better type of scenario. They were so cool.
I like rings a lot. I don't know. I'm really biased towards rings.
I do too, actually. I just never have any I feel comfortable wearing because I whack my hands a lot. But I really do like rings.
I was that way for a long time. But then I think one of the first purchases I made at my more recent gas station job was a pack of fidget rings. They don't really like spin like a fidget spinner, but they can, like, I can idly just kind of spin it. And I went through a phase when I first got that big pack of them where I was like wearing like several on each hand.
Oh yeah.
But the variation that finally stuck was just one on my left thumb, and I always have that one on.
I'm not trying to claim it from you, but wasn't actually I the one that got you into that? Because I remember one time walking through the mall and randomly seeing, like, they had a fidget, like, booth dedicated, like, fidget toys. Like, they had the spaghetti noodles and these weird concepts. And one of them they had were these, like, fidget rings that were like, magnetic, but you could kind of clip them together to make a
I remember that.
Functional fidget spinner. And I gave you some. These were really thick, though. You couldn't really just wear them like a normal ring, unfortunately.
No, I remember those. That might have been one of the first, like, inklings of the idea, but...
Yeah.
That was so recent, so much time between that. I think that was my own little idea.
Oh man.
Because it genuinely does help me with the like anxiety situation. Like I can genuinely just keep my mind or my hands occupied for a second, just like idly fidgeting with it. And it doesn't look weird. I'm not pulling out a fucking fidget spinner. I'm just kind of fucking with my hands, which is really normal. So and I like the way it looks. I'll be honest, the thumb ring, I really fuck with that.
It does look pretty good. It does look pretty good, and it's insanely fun. I would love something like that. You could tweak, but stay mysterious.
Yeah, buddy.
Tweaking Mysterio, bro. Straight up tweaking it.
Tweaking it. Twonking it.
But,
we've almost hit the full hour, and we haven't even gotten to the quote-unquote topic of the day.
That's all right. This episode
was a filler anyway.
Planned to be filler. Like, I fully acknowledge going into this. Like, I think I even said at one point.
No, yeah,
like,
you
I
did,
expect
which
this
is why I
yeah,
haven't like policed it.
forced it. Yeah. I know at some point though we got so off topic. Like, we were like, okay, editor, cut that out, and then we just started talking about like random stuff. And at one point I was like, okay, is this going in the episode, or are we just talking off the cuff? And it made me feel bad because I was like, if this is off the cuff, like whoever has to edit this episode.
No, it'll be fine.
No, yeah.
Editor knows what to keep and what not to keep. If not,
yeah, he chill
we
like
shoot
that.
his dog. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, kind of like how Preston almost doxed himself in the Mountain Dew episode, which I thought was insanely funny. It's like something so unintentional and so easily overlooked. That's so funny to me. But no, yeah. Man, in terms of like fads and things like that, and that's what I'm still trying to like figure out. It's like, well, what classifies as cringy versus, and to be honest, it may just be what I find cringy is cringy.
It's a subjective
like,
line. People, everyone has their own line where they draw that.
Like, there's some genuinely cool stuff coming out recently, like good memes and crap like that. But like, you can tell when something is brain rot. Like, the sheer drooling toddler type crap.
The way I deem something cringy now is when I see my older family members making posts about it on Facebook. Because I'm going to tell you, this is the thing I wanted to say earlier that I forgot. I finally did remember it. I don't even want to fucking say it. I don't even want to give it that kind of exposure. The certain meme about the lady describing oral sex in a quote-unquote funny way, and she makes the noise of someone spitting.
Why does that become... Anyways.
That's exactly why I hate that meme so much. It is not fucking funny.
At all.
It is maybe mildly like, okay, whatever.
That's legit.
But it reached
such
crazy fucking heights.
Dude,
you saw it every fucking where. And that's why I hate it so much.
Dude, you want to know what that meme is like emblematic of? Like, feels like, you remember being like 11 or 12 and seeing some like weird Facebook style meme of like something like an innuendo to sex, and you're just like, yeah, I get this.
Yep.
I'm cool. That's what that's what that meme feels like. I almost said it. But yeah, no.
And I hate it too, because I'm very vocal about how much I hate that meme. And both Preston and Spencer
to be honest,
send
that's
me a
why
lot
they
of
do
those
it.
memes. Yeah, exactly. I know why they do it. I know I dug myself into that hole. But I'm still going to say very, very openly on this podcast, I hate you both. Not you, David. Wow. You're chill.
How about you? Thank you. We being chillin'.
But Spencer and Preston, I'm fighting you after school. Meet me at the fucking bike racks. That's all I got to say on that front.
But, you're gonna say, like, a family member posted that or something?
Yeah. I don't know, just, like, even... So, I have a specific aunt and my dad. If I see either of those two post about it, it's over. It is over. And they were making a lot of posts. And I remember... my dad had, like, a cookout thing one day, kind of recently-ish, when that meme was blowing up. And I went over to his house, and they were all talking about it. They were like, that shit was so funny. And I was like, I was very openly arguing with him. I was like, that is the least funny thing I've ever seen on the internet.
It's the equivalency of someone saying, butthole sex, and then it becomes like a cultural phenomenon.
She gets her own fucking podcast over it. I think that got canceled, actually. I think she canceled her podcast. I don't know. I saw a meme of like, because of course the irony of it, people are like, they'll post the Sigma dude from Blade Runner, and they'll be like, me when the Hawk Tuah podcast gets canceled.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fucking, I hate it. I hate that she got so much exposure from one of the most mid jokes I've ever fucking heard. Call me bitter. Because maybe I am. But it's not funny. Never will be.
Just like the yodeling kid. That was me walking into the dark hallway with an axe dragging behind my feet. No, it wasn't that bad though. It was nowhere near as bad as the one we're talking about. I know you did that because I hated it, which just made it funny, like the So that's one of those friendly hates. But where's the what was that one song from the Minions movie? I know it's not from the Minions movie, but you know, I don't know the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about when I say it from the Minions movie.
Shit.
But I don't want to get copyrighted, so.
Oh, Happy Together?
Yeah, Happy Together. Yeah, Happy Together.
I actually really fuck with that song, bro.
I do, but you would sing it every single day in our science class, our English class, and our math class, bro. That in the yodeling kid.
Bro, I'd be singing, bro. I'm gonna be a big rock star.
How about you stop singing, bro?
Okay.
Don't be a big rock star. Okay, one of the funnier recent songs that has become like a meme is I just wanna be part of your symphony. Cause I love seeing it put over like the weirdest stuff. I know it's gonna get old so fast, but I'm just enjoying it while it's like funny.
See, no, cause I can't say that on the podcast.
Yeah. No, because you'll see.
Hold on, remind me to circle back to that once we're done. I got something I gotta say about that.
No, but for real, you'll see like unhinged craft, like an unhinged caption, but it'll be the picture of the dolphin and everything's happy and that song's playing. Like, you know, me when I go to fart and I go to like put my finger down there to see if I pooped myself and it comes back up brown or something. Okay. And it's just playing, I just want to be part of your symphony.
I haven't seen any of those. That's why. Okay. I saw that song come back into a lot of memes or shorts, reels, whatever you want to call them these days. I saw it kind of come back, but it was never in any funny context. So
yeah.
I could see that being fucking hilarious.
There's some cringe aspects I've seen, which is why I said I'm just enjoying it while it's actually funny.
Yeah.
I used to actually unironically listen to that song in high school. I was gonna say,
that's why I got so confused, because I remember us listening to this in 9th grade, and then I was so confused, like, why I'm seeing it everywhere again all of a sudden.
And with that image, too, I don't know where a lot of memes come from, to be honest. You have to.
What's that one actor where they just took an image of him? It's the dude in, like, the white button-up with his arms kind of up over his head. And he's got that stupid, like, pretty boy face.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty boy, like, face smile, and it's got that, like, a whistle song or whatever. Oh, fucking know.
Oh, no, my brother told me this. It was such a nuke, like, bomb dropped on me when he told me this. But, I just want to hear you whistle, baby, whistle, baby. That song? The guy who sung that song, the guy who wrote and sung that song, was the same guy who played the main actor in the FNAF movie, bro. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I get it now. Oh.
Yeah. I did not know that. I thought that was just two random things put together, but no, that was such a bomb drop. When my brother told me that, he was like, "You didn't know that?" I was like, "How am I supposed to know that?" Your brother
told you that shit?
Yeah.
I did not expect such a bombshell like that from him. That is crazy.
Like, it was legit out of nowhere. I was driving him somewhere, and he was just like, "Hey, you know the person that played the main character in the FNAF movie?" And he said his name, which I always forget his name. I'm not good with actor names. He was like, I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "He was the one that played that song." He's like, "You know he made that song, right?" I was like, and it took me so long to like realize. I was like, "Well, no, that's just because it's the meme." He's like, "No, he actually wrote that song." And I was like, and like when it finally struck me, I was like, "No way, no way." Low-key, that meme was hilarious when it was first though.
No, like, yeah, I just never saw the correlation. I was like, what is this?
I just thought it was because FNAF movie, it's relevant, and like he did some thirst posts that became like funny, you know what I mean?
Right.
But no, that's so funny. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad I was able to nuke your world, bro.
Yeah, 'cause I forgot who that guy even was. I forgot he was the Five Nights at Freddy's main character.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Sorry, Preston. I'm not into Five Nights at Freddy's as much as my brother or Preston. No, yeah, my brother is really into Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. So he's always.
I used to be, man. I get the appeal.
I totally do too. I just have so many other things that I'm more interested in. I just never went out of my way to follow the Five Nights at Freddy's. But like between Preston and my brother telling me all this stuff, I know quite a bit.
Yeah, man. Because I used to be like, when those games were first dropping, like 1 and 2. Like, ooh, that was some good shit, you know, and that was fun.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Had some consequences though, man. Because I hate mascot horror. It's just like ever since Five Nights at Freddy's, so many franchises are just like, let's take this cute character that's meant for kids and let's make it evil.
Yeah,
and like missing kids everywhere. Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow, look how much blood is all over this cute and lovable character.
So edgy. And there's missing kids. Edgy. Did we mention the missing kids, guys?
Missing kids.
There's missing kids. There's missing kids,
guys,
David.
There's missing kids.
They're not missing. I know where they are. Preston.
I was debating if I want to make that joke or not. They in Preston's basement. No, and Preston, if Preston was here, he would go, and they all did.
Yeah. Thank you, hyper realistic golden Fredbear.
Freddy Farsbear.
Freddy Fars.
Freddy Fars.
Freddy Fart Fig Newton. What's that? There's that video of like it's, you don't see them, but there is two people recording like the set or some like recreation somewhere of the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And it's like, it's this young girl who's clearly a fan who like dragged her dad there, and you can hear the dad. He's like, yeah, there's Freddy Fart McFucking another.
I showed that to my dad the other day. I saw that.
I love that video.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Oh, you have it on hand?
I have it on hand.
Jamie, pull that up.
You just know Instagram be loading slow sometimes.
Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg.
I know, anything Facebook touches just turns booty.
So dog shit.
It's like, let's make it so convoluted and have so many loading screens and then make the loading screens take forever. Dude,
have I bitched to you about my issue with Threads?
I've yet to use Threads.
No,
that's one thing
I don't use it. I don't use it. It's both Instagram and Facebook have like, they'll show you a Threads post like in your For You page.
But then they'll cut it off.
They'll cut it off at the most interesting part. So when you go to click on it, it's like download Threads. That shit pisses me off so much. I ranted about it for like paragraphs in the George server, so I'm sure I could find that rant, but I'm too lazy to right now.
I can never find the memes when I want to.
It's fine. It's fine. I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to play it so bad because it's so funny. I swear Instagram be taking down memes. Like, people take down their own memes. It's like, there's a lot of crap missing. And I go to, like, pull it up, and it's not there. It's like, I know I save a lot.
See, but you have you tried putting a girl on? Put a girl on.
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 What's in her
He's on
pockets?
season 3. He's calling GameStop now.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even know he had seasons. That makes it even much more based.
Yeah, every 30 days is a new season.
That's actually kind of cool.
He's on. I am pretty sure. I mean, I probably should have picked up on it sooner, but I am like 90% sure it's all fake, though. I gotta be honest.
Hey, Travis. What's in your pocket?
What is it?
What's that?
Pocket?
What's that? What'd you put in your... It's okay. It's okay. What's in your pocket?
What's that guy's name? Sam Hyde. I can't say that on that's a real name. I can't say that. I was gonna say who he reminds me of, but I probably said that before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a certain brother of an individual.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does though. It's his humor, it's his voice, and it just looks like a full-grown version of him.
Yeah, it looks like a 40-year-old version.
What's in your pocket? Is it a girl? Put the girl on.
Put a girl on.
Put a girl on.
Put a girl on.
That's so unfortunate that you said it was fake.
I'm like pretty sure. Cause maybe he lives in just like a really
he lives in a very unsafe neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know if he lives like somewhere like that, but the fact that he's done that to 2 places and both times he's had like extremely violent reactions from the employees, like it's been a little too perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of like the son that would get his dad all angry about video
McJuggernuggets, bro. I was super deep into the McJuggernuggets lore, bro.
I remember you sitting me. I did not know about him until you sat me down.
Yeah, let me tell you, bro. I was super deep into that lore. Oh, thank you, bro. I could talk about that for a whole episode. That shit was great.
I know you could.
I had my own series, like an offshoot of inspired by McJuggernuggets of my own YouTube series back when I first created my channel in middle school, bro.
You flashbacked me with all of your old YouTube videos that you showed me. Oh my goodness, dude. I felt like yesterday you sat me down we were watching those.
Dude, I wish because I know I've deleted those videos. They're lost to time, but I know I had a buddy who made like a weird parody of them on his channel. And it was like an edit, like that was kind of like poking fun at the quality of those videos. But it was the only version of those that was still up, but I think he deleted those a long time ago as well. I wish I still had those.
Was it a certain, we'll call him small guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I know you and a certain individual's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all had like a connected series, or it was planned to be. I was the one who did the most episodes of it.
Yeah,
and I had like
run away, and
I had this super crazy plot planned. I was gonna have like a serial killer plot line where I was like I was like out in the woods like camping because I ran away from home or whatever, and I was gonna have like a serial killer like slowly hunting me down.
Oh my.
And then I think the plan, I was gonna like face off with him with like a shotgun, bro. I had a crazy plot plan for it. I wish I would have done that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I think that's just something you're always been good at and just enjoyed, was making crap like that.
Yeah, man.
Not even just writing stories, just to like certain media format. Yeah,
I thought about it. To circle back a few episodes ago, our perfect like career or whatever, like our ideal career, I would love to be a filmmaker.
Yeah, I could see you like really popping off in that.
Matter of fact, we gotta think about some Kewl projects. You know what I'm saying?
I know, dude. 9th grade making skits with you, and 10th grade too. Making skits in general was so much fun.
Dude, David gets angry for absolutely no reason.
I was just about to say that.
I was sitting in my car the other day, and I was like, I had an idea for another one. And I was like, I should write this down, and I didn't write it down, and here we are. I fucking forgot.
Yeah, I do that. Don't worry. Don't beat yourself up over it. No, yeah, just sitting in my parents' car, like the Dodge Avenger, just like slamming the steering wheel.
I had that dumbass fedora on that I bought from
my goodness.
certain kid.
I totally forgot about that. No, yeah, because I borrowed it for homecoming, and you liked it so much, so you bought it off of him.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my goodness. This is some memory
I
lane.
rocked that shit, bro. I know.
You did.
It's a little cringy, but I kind
It's
of rocked
cringy.
it.
It's one of those cringy nowadays because of just the association it itself has. But at the time, you did rock it.
I don't know. I knew of that association back then, so I was like,
yeah,
I was hesitant, but I thought I thought I pulled that off because it wasn't like a full blown fedora. It was like a little like cartoonish one with like a feather built into it. Like it was a little over the top. It was
that
leaning
one.
into it. Yeah,
because there was another one, a black one. I don't remember the feather.
No, it was the black one. It had like it was a really small red feather in it, I think.
I think it was a blue and black feather. I thought there were two separate ones, but
I don't know. That image is somewhere with me wearing a fedora.
Yeah,
so.
I was going back to look at it, see if I could see it, but
I want a cowboy hat though. That's
you
what
would
I
rock
want.
a cowboy hat.
I want
You
a
would
cowboy
totally
hat.
rock a cowboy.
They have a really nice one down at Tractor Supply.
Dude,
I want it, but it's like $50.
I got so discouraged from ever wanting a cowboy hat. This is not really a bad compliment, but it was just so like funny. But like, I don't want that. We were at Cracker Barrel, and before I grew my facial hair out, but I had long hair. You know, I was growing out my hair.
Yeah.
I was putting on the hats, and my parents were like, "Oh, you look good in that." Blah blah blah. Some old lady looks at me and says, "You look like Kid Rock." I was like, "Nope, put the hat back."
Bro, that is fucking tragic.
It is. It's like it's not even that bad of a. I don't know.
It's not really an insult, but it's so bad enough.
It is. I just like no. And it was true. It was true.
Yeah, dude. Because I can see it.
Oh my goodness. But I was just like, yeah, no. Maybe I'm not built for cowboy hats. I couldn't find the fedora, but I found us having sweet tea out of a bowl.
Yo.
Dude, can you believe that was the same day we tried walking to a certain individual's plug?
Oh no.
Because right after that, it's a picture of like this really pretty like field with a bunch of trees, and then like me sitting down with our monster that we had bought. We were supposed to buy a certain thing with. There was also apparently within the same week we were like watching the Killer Beans episodes. Oh my goodness, this is so.
Ah, that's another error right there.
Yeah. I got you sitting in my living room watching season 2 of Stranger Things.
That's a good memory.
That is a good memory.
I love the Stranger Things era we had.
Yeah.
I remember. Didn't we like stop talking for a while and we like reunited by watching Stranger Things together? Season 3 as it was airing.
I think it was season 3 because I think I was gonna say that, but I didn't know that'd be getting too personal. But yeah, we stopped talking and our first get back together was to like watch that.
Yeah, went over to your house and everything. That was a dope memory.
Yeah, I have the picture of you sitting there with the goggles on.
Yeah.
So we had some like cheapo goggles from. But and then I have the video of the modified paintball gun that a certain individual tried selling to us, which I wish we bought. That would have been so cool. I just had no money on me.
Yeah, I didn't have any money either. That actually would have been dope.
That would have. And then I even, in his first podcast, started out of his parents' home.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man.
I remember, like, he would pick me up after school and we'd go to his house and, like, get it set up. And I got to meet his, like, cousin, which is, like, I think the 3rd best beatboxer in Spain. Huh. And that was a really cool episode. He performed a little bit for us.
Oh, yeah, I think he showed me that.
Yeah, it was really sick. Really cool guy. He didn't speak any English, though, so I even had to be the translator. And then, of course, one of my favorite videos of all time is me blowing smoke through the Kellogg Frosted Flakes. And you hated me for that so much, but I thought that was so cool, and I still love that memory that night. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was dumb. I remember the first time, like, ever, like, smoking a certain substance with a certain people. Me filming it to put on our Snapchat story. I thought we were so cool. Yeah, and then I remember like after posting it, thinking like, okay, this is kind of dumb even for me, and deleting it. But like, this is such a good like episode. I think I don't know how entertaining it's gonna come across to those listening, but man, this is fun talking about. I honestly,
what
this is almost like
at? Can you check your? I don't want to fuck up
hour
my,
and 21. Hour and 21.
Okay. Guess we gotta wrap kind of soon. Is there anything else we want to touch on?
Nah, I was just gonna say this could be like a Preston and Travis / nostalgia episode.
Oh yeah, Preston and Travis.
Not David and
Preston.
Travis
Thank
friendship.
You for this talk, man. I love this.
Yeah, no
talk,
kidding,
Preston.
man. I always enjoy talking to you, Preston. I'm Travis.
Yeah. Oh. Hey
we
guys,
gotta go to
honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Freddy Fazbear.
We gotta go to Cracker Barrel sometime and get like an old timey soda.
Oh, I saw an image the other day and I hope it's fake. Oh,
what was it?
There's a picture of it was a caption that said, "Oh hell nah, they done modernized Cracker Barrel."
Oh,
and it was
yeah.
the interior of a Cracker Barrel with like that white
millennial
bland.
tinge.
Dude, I hope to everything that is holy that was fake. They can if they take Cracker Barrel away from me, I am gonna do some things I can't even say on the podcast, bro.
Burn.
I'm gonna shut myself up right there.
Yeah.
Count your days.
I have a picture of me when I realized that the person or that one of the actors in what's that one sitcom? It's the guy with the he's a mailman, big kind of fatter guy with the mailman.
Oh, King of Queens?
King of Queens, yeah. One of the reoccurring characters in there was who plays Walter White?
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, yeah. And when I realized that, I took a picture and sent it to you, and I was like, oh no way, Breaking Bad. That's how he moves his mess around.
He's one of the sole reasons Malcolm in the Middle is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that show actually. Also, I didn't even realize it, but I saw a clip from it from either on YouTube or Instagram, and I was reading the comments, and someone was like, "Man, like, what's that type of show called? Sitcoms with no laugh track is so much better." And it dawned on me, like, you're right. Malcolm in the Middle does not have a freaking laugh track.
Exactly,
a laugh track.
I think there are certain laugh track. I hate the laugh track too, but there are some that are so nostalgic to me that I still fuck with. George Lopez, one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. Track? Yep. I was really bad with the laugh track too. That was like an awful offender of the laugh track.
Oh my god!
But I love that show.
Oh man, that was how you knew it was too late. Like,
yeah,
you're sitting there trying to go to sleep, and
Nick at night.
All my friends drive a low rider.
I love how our generation. It's a couple generations. Anyone who grew up around that time has that shared memory of waking up at 3 a.m. to that fucking theme song.
I remember staying the night at a friend's house, and like, I could not get comfortable to save my life. It's one of those like, hey bro, I forgot to give you a blanket, and it just cuts to like people sleeping on the most like uncomfortable ways, but like, you know what I mean, like trying to find comfort. I remember he had these like, my friend was rich, so he had these like 2 gaming chairs that had like built-in audios and like bass boosters and whatnot, and we'd play it when we were like playing on his Xbox. But I remember like he took up the entirety of his bed, so I was like trying to get the 2 foot tall chairs to face each other, and I was gonna like put my head in one end and my feet in the other, and I could not get comfortable. And I remember his TV was on for like background noise because that's what he did, and like real like yeah, and realizing I had stayed the whole night up, and being that age, I was so proud that I had somehow managed to stay the whole night up, even though it was unintentional. But I thought that was so cool.
Dude, I was a fiend when I was little, bro. I lived and breathed off of staying up and watching George Lopez, because there was a TV in my room. And I remember, dude, I had the secret talent where during kindergarten, when my mom was waking me up for school, I could wake up before ever like opening my eyes and like even displaying that I was awake. And I could just physically make myself stay asleep no matter how hard she tried. Like, pretend to stay asleep no matter how hard she tried to wake me up. I got out of school so many times thanks to that weird little talent I had as a kid.
Dude, my brain described that feeling so perfectly of being like staying late up at night as a kid, or like even going to Walmart late at night as a kid. It's like a cold,
dude,
like light blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss late night Walmart trips so bad.
Yep.
You know what? Matter of fact, there is a video, a McJugger Nuggets video. Funny enough,
Jugger Nuggets.
The guy we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was during his series, of course, but a lot of that series was kind of just vlogs. He was just vlogging his quote-unquote life because he was still playing the character and whatnot. But it was like one of the first times he got kicked out and he was living like on his parents' property in a tent or something. And he like, it was late at night and he went to Walmart to get like some camera equipment. That vlog to me, I still every few years go back to that. And I'm just like, it captures that late night Walmart feeling so fucking well. I miss that late night Walmart feeling. And it got ruined for me when I was working overnights for Walmart. Fuck that shit.
I bet. But just with like, you know, it's summertime, especially to what always happens, especially during the summertime. It'd be like the first week of summer, like getting out of school, you know, just to kind of like have a mini celebration. Your dad needs to go to the store and he's like, you know what? We're going down to Walmart at this time. And you're like, dude. Oh yeah, they ain't got school tomorrow. And it was just like, you would be there at school, be telling everybody, you know, what grade you were going into and blah, 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 this. And it always, like, for whatever reason, whenever I picture myself going, like, midnight Walmart runs, it always be in, like, the medicine section with, like, the toothpaste and, like, shaving cream and stuff like that. Like, any Walmart I think of.
I always imagine it, like, at the back of the store. Like, almost where the chemicals are and, like, the electronics. And,
yeah, that's another spot.
Or automotive, dude. Whoever goes to automotive. When I was overnight stalking for Walmart, automotive was my favorite, dude. Because, like, even overnights, no one is there. No one is in that corner of the store. It's just all me stalking my heart away, bro.
They have all alone stuff, though. Yeah,
honestly, if I was in, like, automotive every night of that job, I would have still had that job to this day, bro. That was a cozy little spot.
It looks cozy when I'm just walking by it. Oh man, dude, like the chemicals, like painting and stuff like that. As a kid, I'd always like anytime we'd pass by there. I mean, my parents, you know, because I loved the colors, like the color schemes, like little color cards for paint. And I'd always like choose one to collect. Yeah, Walmart had those.
Forgot about
in the paint section. Lowe's had them and Home Depot had them.
Yeah, I remember them more from Lowe's and Home Depot. I don't recall Walmart.
Yeah, because Walmart has their own paint mixer. Or the one I used to go to as a kid, childhood Walmart.
I miss the aquariums, bro.
I forgot that was even a thing, dude. It's been so long.
Or how about playable video game demos, bro?
Yep. Dude, remember that feeling of like still having a PS3 and like you'd go to check out the games and slowly see the PS3 cases being like driven out in those PS4 discs.
And I experienced that with PS2. Not quite. Because PS2, I always forget, PS3 came out way earlier than I ever, like, remember, because I got mine so late.
Yeah.
But I still remember watching the PS2 games get phased out. Yeah. And I remember my dad, because he, you know, for certain birthdays, he'd get me a certain PS2 game. And he'd always tell me, like, yo, this was the last one I could even find in town. Oh.
Man. Such memories. Remember those weird, like, sections they'd have at Walmart? They almost treated PC games like a weird, like they didn't know what to do with it, so they just have a random shelf somewhere with just like weird PC games like Wizards 101 or this game or that game. And it'd always be like either really big bulky boxes or like CD drives, like just a plastic case with the CD in it. Did you ever see those at Walmart? Pay attention.
I don't know if that's my internet or your internet. I don't know what just happened.
It could have been mine.
Yeah, we lost. I caught some of that weird video game sections for PC games, like Wizard 101.
Yeah, just how they'd have like they didn't know what to do with PC games, so they'd always just put like next to the printers or something. Like, we don't know, you know what I mean? They'd always have like the weirdest looking games too.
You'd kind of see them everywhere, but like it seemed like no one ever like even cared about them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny how switched that is today.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, having playable games in a Walmart or at other stores. So nice.
I remember this one game. I've still been trying to find this game from... It was a GameStop playable demo, so... I'm surprised they don't have shit like that in GameStop at least anymore.
They do.
Right?
They do.
Not the last few times I went. The last few years I went.
The one that's right next to the vape store I go to, but you probably know which one I'm talking about.
I think so.
It's right in front of a Waffle House.
I think we went there one time. Me and you.
Yeah. They have playable demos for the PS5 and Switch.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So.
I remember there was one in like the 360 PS3 era.
Mm-hmm.
This is a superhero game, but it wasn't Infamous. It might have been Prototype. I don't know, but I just remember it very vividly, like running through the alleyways, like killing people with these superpowers. It was weird.
I think you might have told me about this before. It might have been one of the Infamous games, actually.
No, because I played the hell out of the Infamous games. I would have recognized that.
Yeah, okay. Let's look into it. I know, getting close to having to take a urination in it. We are at the 1:33 mark.
Yeah, this has been a long one.
Oh, yeah.
So, I guess we can wrap up the episode here.
Yeah, not to say that we can't continue talking after this.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm down. All right.
This is such an enjoyable topic.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another week of the Kewlcast podcast. I have been your host, Travis, aka T-Man Kewl 5355. You can find me on YouTube at that. Joined by my co-host, David.
Hello. You can find me dead in your pool.
And shout out to Preston's Twitch. Shout out to my YouTube channel, which I've already shouted out. You can find us, our pod. He is twitching right now. I can confirm he's twitching all over the place. He is twitching. You can find us on just about, I won't say every social media, but Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and most importantly, Spotify. Thank you for joining us this week, and just remember to stay cool.